And let me just see who else is here that can assist. Alan, do you mind if I make you co-host as well, Squire? Just so we can keep track of questions. I'm not sure if we need any more. Bertus, if I can make you co-host as well, that's all right. I think that should be enough.
Yes, that's 100%, Rory. Thanks.
Thanks very much. I think there were the three of us, and if you guys can just keep eyes and ears there. And then what are we at? 2 minutes past. I think I'm going to start promptly in 3 minutes as well. And then for those, I'm just going to start the recording. And then those that can't make it can watch the record. I want to respect everybody's time here as well, particularly because it's a public holiday as well. So in South Africa. So let us give it 3 more minutes. Is there anything, Baptist, you want to ask so far before we just wait and just jump onto the presentation? I'm hoping that my YouTube live is working, by the way. First time I've ever done that. So just in case there wasn't enough people that got onto the call.
Hi, Rory. No, I'm good on this stage, so not a problem.
Yeah, I find it very interesting, Baptist. You know, there's been no announcement. Every time I announce that I'm going to have a call, all of a sudden, Vend is having a call at the exact same time. They did this on Friday when they weren't going to have a meeting. And then I announced that I was going to do a meeting today, and all of a sudden there's a meeting at the same time that we've got today. Surprise, surprise. So I wonder why that. Yeah. So I think we need to just get into the gist of it. How's it, Bill? Good to see you. See George all the way from Greece. A lot of people. Perfect. All right. Well, I think it's going on. Let us maybe just start. Those that come late. I'm going to record this onto, I think, my computer, and then I can. All right. Let me just share. I'm working through my learnings here. All right. Hopefully we can see the screen. Can everybody see the screen there? Okay, perfect. Fantastic. Well, thanks to everybody that made the effort, particularly on a public holiday. The reason why I've called this meeting is I think we need to really just get down to the truth of it and what we're going to do as a community. Again, this presentation is private and for members only, although I am streaming it live on YouTube just in case that we reach the limit. I have a 300 person limit here. And I think it's really important that we as the community decide what we're going to do. Today is the 25th of September. And I've just put this email address there, askroryc@gmail.com. That email address has been created so that we can try and coordinate the information and make a decision of what we want to do. So the reason for this particular call is because, and I have mentioned this before, we know that there's many programs that have failed. And really recently we've had Vidilook, StepChain, VAV, and now Vend. And I see Vend is still going. And I have some great concerns of where things are sitting at the moment. So I was part of a CEO group that I was asked to partake on. And this was to represent the interests of the community to the best of our ability. This doesn't mean that we were employed by them or paid by them. This is just that we were elected to be able to speak on behalf of the community and make sure, you know, people's views were heard. So last week, Wednesday, I asked a straightforward question of where we stand, and I asked whether or not we can get clear communication on the refunds and whether or not there'd be a meeting on Friday where things stood, and where is Vivek and what is his role in the company, and whether he was still the CEO. So the response I got back from Sam Lee directly is there is no Vidilook corporate anymore and no employees speak on behalf of Vidilook. So I want you to just understand what that means. There's no Vidilook corporate anymore. No employees speak on behalf of Vidilook. So he's just saying it's just disappeared. It's no longer there, or saying it's all Garrett. So I have major concerns. And, you know, we had that call on Friday where Sam has said that he's innocent, he's stepping down. He's had somebody, Pedro, that's now taken over. And this meeting's taking place now, apparently with Vend. But Vivek is no more involved. And how did all these people just get employed and not get employed? And recently in this latest event meeting that has taken place, apparently no one's employed. And Sam went at great lengths on Friday to say that there are no employees. Everybody is voluntary. And this is with the V end. And this is just now a free for all, how things are going to take place. Now, the reason why I'm putting this together is that I want to make sure that the community has a chance to get answers. And this is beyond Vidilook or VAV or Step Chain. This goes back to Hyper. And I put forward this initiative to say to the community, what do you want to do? I'm happy to pursue this in a legal court if you guys want to do that. But we need to reach a consensus of at least 10,000 people, which is under 10, just on 10%. And that today is the 25th. And we're talking by Sunday, the 1st of October. And if we don't reach the 10,000 minimum commitment, and I'm not asking for any money now, please understand that. All I'm asking is, does the community want to take Sam to court or the company to court or try and get their money back? And if so, would they be prepared to pay $15 for that initiative? I have been arranging some added value for that, but I don't want that to be the reason. I want the reason that the community wants justice and wants to go after the truth. Now, there are some people that say, no, they don't want to do this because it's going to expose them or they don't want to be involved in court. And I respect everybody's individual thinking on this. But I look at all the people that have lost in this. And for me, walking away from this is just not an option. But if we can't get a 10% support and move forward, then the community has spoken. So I'm ready in the sense of I prepared everything. I've got the people that will put the website together. I've worked on the added value. But right now, it's just a commitment on the community. And we have a 30% community support. I will go on to that now and share that with you. And what I wanted to do was, if we had the 10,000 support by the 1st of October, we would then launch the website, get everybody on board, which includes all the documentation and information required from each individual person, and then make a plan to go to Dubai, and work with the attorneys that we're working with and hit it from all sides. But, this is time I'm giving up and other people are giving up. But if there's no consensus, then I'll just carry on with my own thing and pursue. But this is where I think leaders and the individuals in the community must decide what they want to do. This is an open decision of what people need to do. So right now, as I said, we have 3,000 members, but I don't know where the other leaders are sitting on this. And maybe it's a question for them to community to ask them, what do they want to do? And, there's very good leaders here. They can maybe give a better insight of what they want to do. My view is that we need to get justice into the truth. And with that, we'll have a chance of getting some cash back, because if we can prove what we have to prove, we know what's happened to the funds and where it's moved, there should be a good chance that we can actually recover some of those funds or get to the justice. But I don't want to make any false promises to anybody. I'm just saying that, is it not worth $15 to get to the truth on all of these campaigns that have taken place, to at least know where we stand? Or are we going to sit in hope, like many have been hoping from Hyperfund days, that we're still going to get payment, but we never do? So this has decimated so many people. And what really grinds me is, like, besides everyone losing, there's a lot of people any of us can't afford to lose anything. But the fact that it's been so blatantly done, and now there's a whole lot of misunderstandings and mistruths. Sam maintains his innocence, and he's welcome to that. And Sam has also said in the case, Sam is preparing all the information and Sam is taking legal direction. So I respect that. But the question is, what information is he putting forward to the courts? It's maybe a little bit one-sided. If you are the complainant and you're putting the information, are you exposing everything, all the truth? And we've seen what Garrett's views on this, and that's been a public thing. But if Sam is the only person taking this to court and pursuing this, then only that view is going to be heard out in public. And then that will be the end of the matter. So from my side, we've already registered this website called Hyper Class Action Lawsuit. There's nothing on it at the moment because I don't want to go to all that trouble if we don't get the 10,000 people. We need to see where the leaders are this week. And I'm very open. A lot of people saying, I'm just doing this to raise the money. I don't want the $15. The $15 will be co-managed by people. I've got no issue with that. We can have a handful of leaders looking after it. We can have a multi-sig wallet. We can, put it into an attorney's account. We can do a lot with it. The point isn't me getting $15. The point is getting to the truth. And if $15 is too much for you, looking at what you guys have really put into the system, well, then that's fine. Then we move on. So I've made sure that there will be accountability with the partners, and there'll be a process. And also, not only that, when we do collect the data, what are we wanting to do with that data and how do we handle it? Now, I'm looking for leaders that want to give insight and input on that, because this is a community initiative. So I'm not just here randomly trying to collect data or just randomly trying to collect money. That's got nothing to do with it. This is about getting to the truth and about what we want to do. And all I've done is created a Google Sheet to see, is there commitment from the community? Is the community prepared to move forward, or do they want to move forward? So we've got 1 week to go. We've got 3,000 people. I've also created, I wanted to start pulling in information. And I know there's been a lot of videos and recordings. And if you go onto YouTube, surprise, surprise, all the Vidilook YouTubes are down. All the recordings have disappeared. But I know there's a lot of people out there that have got recordings that are able to do it. So I've gone to the expense and set up a thing called WeTransfer, where you can upload files if you want to. This is live now. You can do it. You can go to roryconacher.wetransfer.com. and you can upload files that we'll be able to, be it videos or things that you've recorded, because I wanted to create a timeline and be able to prepare that for the courts. There's a lot of work to do here, a lot of administrative work, but I'm not going to do it if we don't have the support of the community. So before I go on to questions, I want to just go to another site to show you guys, and then I'm going to open up the floor for questions. Maybe that you can, maybe some of the questions you can have a look at there, Bertus and Sharon, and just have a look and see what is going to be the key ones that maybe you guys can read the questions, or we can raise hands maybe and go through that. I just want to share one more screen, and just so that I can show you where we are with the, I'm just going to open up this domain. Just close here. Share it in 2 seconds. I'm just putting it into the search. To tell you guys exactly where we are at the Google Forms. And we did go over the 30% mark. Okay, let me share that. And then really just leaving it up to the community to decide what we want to do. Can you guys see? I think you're seeing my home screen. Let me just trying to share the Google screen. There we go. Should work now. Can you guys see that?
Yeah, all good.
We can.
Okay, all good.
Yeah.
All right, fantastic. So we've had 3,000 responses, which is great. I was chatting with somebody early on today with the lawsuit group. That's a closed group. There's 1,700 people, so they're going to be dropping a message on there. Yet we're 7,000 people short if we're going to go ahead with this. So we've had 660 people from South Africa. We've had 520 from the States, 239 from United Kingdom, Sweden, Colombia. Now, the other thing, what I can tell you is, I am discussing things with people on the ground. And at this stage, there's, again, I can't verify everything. This is what I'm told. But we know that there's a travel ban on Sam. I'm told that there's a very large outstanding case of him in Australia. And this has been verified with the local authorities, apparently. And if we're going to get justice, or we're going to move in on this, we've got to take some action. But this is going to become a very, very high profile case in the world, should we move forward, because this damage has gone on quite some time, and there's some real damage that has taken place. So I've also, I think replied to most people that have emailed me, and I've asked Crystal and Shiksha to help me on some of the standard questions. But the question really, I think at the end of the day where we are now, and I'll answer all the questions that you guys have, and I don't want to take any longer, 10 minutes, we all got time. The question is, let me try and answer everything that you guys have, and what do you guys want to do as a community? Are we going to walk away from this? And that's fine. If that's what everyone's decision is, then I can focus on my things and carry on. Or do you guys want justice? Do you want to find out what happened to your money? Do you want to make sure that no one else gets hurt? Or more importantly, let's just get to the truth. Let's just get to the truth of what's happened. So I'm opening up the floor. If we can raise hands and then take it from there. And then maybe if you guys can help me, Alan, Bertus, if you guys want to jump in, and let's just have a look and see. How many hands have we got raised at the moment?
There's only 3 hands now, Rory, and I think Shiv Baga is first.
Okay, Shiv. Okay, let me, sorry, I've got multiple screen here. There we go. Shiv, go for it. You can unmute yourself.
Rory, I agree with whatever you're saying.